Hey, what's up guys? Let's go back to Tsukihime, piece of blue glass moon. Last time was all stuff we'd already seen, but this time we are finally going to see some new stuff because we should run into CIEL when we head out to search during the day. Because, you know, remember last time during Arkwood's route, we did this and we ended up getting killed. And the death, the CIEL Sensei lesson, whatever, teach me CIEL Sensei, said, try doing this, you know, during another route, you know, when CIEL's not gonna be busy or something like that. I don't remember the exact wording, and someone also told me that was gonna happen. Like, by the way, I'm not angry about that. Like, they were just reminding me that happened. So I probably wouldn't have forgotten, but still, I appreciate you for reminding me. But now we are finally going to see what happens with this when we're not alone. Arkwood is right. I'm sure that focusing on recovering her strength, even if more people get hurt in the meantime, is logical to a vampire, not to mention our best shot at victory. But for a human... Sorry, my personal audio was low, I had to turn it up. But I can't accept what she's proposing. The plan just doesn't sit right with me. I didn't agree to help her fight so I can survive at other people's expense. Well, as she's about to explain, he can be very dangerous, actually. I think back to yesterday. In her sleep, Arkwood was utterly defenseless. Well, yeah, because that's because she was trusting you, when realistically she didn't really have much reason to be trusting you. Any living creature is vulnerable in hibernation, of course, but Arkwood didn't even seem aware of the outside world. It was like someone had taken her batteries out. If all vampires worked that way, we might have a chance. I have a lethal ace up my sleeve as long as I can get close enough to use it. Vlov might be too dangerous to approach while awake, but if he's sleeping... Yeah, you're... Like, right now, she's... Like, you're right? She's just here visiting, essentially. Like... Whereas he has a whole base, so like, it's a bit different. And again, she was trusting you. When again, she realistically probably shouldn't have, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it probably would not go very well. Oh no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't even be a challenge for her at full strength. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a problem. Turning that on its head, the odds seem good that a single human would fly beneath their radar. That may be one advantage I have over Arkwood. It takes an army's worth of munitions to raise a castle, but only a single dose of poison to kill its master. True. Probably decently dangerous, like relatively so. Yeah. I was expecting to hear some obscure vampire jargon, but a shopping center? Yeah.
食料はあのデパートから上司の元に送られてると思うけど。
本当にそのデパートかよ。いや、それより
I mean,
街の中心に吸血鬼の住処があるっていうのか。
middle of town is like a good spot to get food. You know, people always hustling and bustling around. If someone just gets snatched away in the middle of the hustle and bustle, you know who? Well,
何よ、作ったのは私じゃないったら。あなたたちの家だってアリやハチに巣を作られるでしょ。
yeah.
それと同じよ。使徒は人間の血液に寄生するんだから、住処は人間の町に近いほど効
Yeah,
率的だし。
it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Arkwood seems unbothered by what she's saying, but I have to look away. Any other reservations I had go flying out the window. I won't let this parasite leech off this city for a second longer. Not so close to home. If it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he'll get. Ah, Shiki, Shiki, Shiki. You underestimate him. Just a tad. I'll do what Arkwood can't. And finish this by myself. Uh-huh. Yeah, good luck with that. You know, we'll see how that goes for you. We'll wait until you've recovered your strength, I eventually replied, aka lied. Then with the issue settled and our course of action decided, Arkwood went straight to sleep. I left the apartment as soon as she drifted off. My destination goes without saying. The department store by the station where Vlov makes his lair. Yeah. The Soya Station shopping district looks the same as ever. Chic department stores line the streets, vying to catch the eyes of passing pedestrians with flashy product displays and advertisements. One in particular is larger and more recognizable than the rest. This is one of the biggest stores of its kind in all of Soya. It's probably the most distinctive landmark. Even now, it's bustling with shoppers. There's just no way. Are you sure about that? I mean, hiding in plain sight. That said, I can't imagine Arkwood was lying. She might be lacking in common sense, but I trust her knowledge and judgment. In fact, perhaps it's because she thinks outside the box of human norms that she's got this place figured. Yeah, the people looking for like treasure. Was it treasure? I don't really remember. Easy. Oh yeah, easy work for good pay. That's, I don't know why I thought treasure. Taking all applicants. It seems like an obvious urban legend, a cheap trick to lure in gullible labor. But it's maintained a strangely constant presence online, never really blowing up, never quite dying down. Perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye. No one ever elaborates on what the job entails. It's not even clear if anyone's ever managed to land it. And yet the rumors keep swirling. A continuous signal going out to whoever might be listening. So whatever the truth of it may be, one thing is clear. Someone out there is in need of extra bodies. Yeah, bodies. Quite literally. After an extensive search, I conclude that the department store is clean. From the underground food court to the specialty shops on the 7th floor, nothing seems out of the ordinary. There's just one thing that bothers me. Yeah, the 8th floor that's sealed off. Or the top 3 floors, I guess, not just the 8th. The elevator buttons only go up to 7, and the 7th floor stairs are blocked off with a keep out sign. I would have thought we would have ran into CIEL by now. I'm getting mildly concerned. I wait until nobody is watching, then slip under the rope and head up the stairs. They do lead further upward, but I soon find myself at a dead end. In place of an entrance to the 8th floor, a shutter blankly refuses me passage. Next to it is a locked door, an emergency exit.
何かあるとしたらこの向こうか。
Yeah, I contemplate whether to keep going or turn back. I know full well how reckless it would be to carry on. I'd be venturing alone into the devil's den. Given all my brushes with death in the past few days, yeah, probably wouldn't be a great idea to, the danger I'd be putting myself in feels all too real.
大丈夫。それでもいけるはずだ。
Yeah, sure you can, buddy. Whatever you say, man. I grip my knife tight in my pocket. If worst comes to worst, I have my eyes to fall back on. I did consider that it would have been safest to simply report all of this to the police. But what would that achieve? I'm coming here with the intent to kill. I've put myself fundamentally at odds with the law. How could I hope to convince the police of anything?
まずは様子を見る。手に負えなければあいつの部屋に戻ればいい。
Can you though? I mean, if you get, trapped, okay. I take off my glasses and cut the lock on the door. In my throat, tight with tension, I swallow a wad of saliva. I take a few deep breaths to calm my nerves, then slip into the lightless space beyond. CIEL? Hello? Anyone here? Preferably a blue-haired senpai? The 8th floor is veiled in darkness. It doesn't surprise me since the lights are out, but it goes beyond just that. I would have expected some ambient light from outside since it's the middle of the day. But it's really dark. All the windows have been covered from the inside with what look like metal panels. No one would go this far just to keep burglars out. Each panel's been bolted in place, far too tightly to remove by hand. Even a small window in the restroom hasn't been spared. This could only be the product of a manic fixation, yet the work is strangely shoddy. The panels don't quite fit the windows, leaving small gaps where sunlight can still filter through. It's almost like they aren't meant to prevent intrusion from outside, but escape from within. Yeah, I wonder what that is. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. Maybe they're simply there to provide protection from the sun. Sure. Could do, yeah. Anyway, there's something else on my mind.
綺麗すぎないかここ。
It's certainly dusty, but the disturbing sights and pungent smells I expected are conspicuously absent. This isn't a vampire's lair, it's just a floor under renovation. Yeah, totally, man. It contains hide nor hair of the horrors I encountered in the hotel.
9階も綺麗なもんだ。アルクエイドのやつ。何か勘違い
You
した
got one more floor. My taut nerves finally start to relax. I climb the stairs to the 10th floor, blissfully ignorant of the dangers of complacency. And freeze.
どこの誰だよてめえ。何勝手に人ん家に上がってるんですか？
Nah, but you're just looking around. Nothing major. The voice instantly puts me on guard. 2 people holding flashlights are standing across the landing at the top of the stairs. Wait, I think I'm remembering the dead end from Arquid's route wrong. I don't think it was that we'd somehow meet with her here. It was that she was like looking around here. And so they were on edge. And that she would have been busy at the... I guess I would. Yeah, I think I remembered the dead end wrong. And what was said in the CIEL sensei lesson. They're both male, neither much older than me. I don't see any bats, pipes, or other weapons on them. The flashlights seem to be all they have.
おーい、何黙ってるんですか？悪いことしてる自覚あるんですか？なにこいつダサくね？見るからにビビってね？俺たちと人種違いすぎね？なあトシ、このメガネ君は知り合いですか？
No, we're not acquainted actually.
いや知らない知らない。こんなオタクと知り合ってたら俺恥ずかしくて死んでるって。
That's rude.
はい、そこの僕、こっち来てね。逃げたらひどい目に遭うからね。
But yeah, this is okay. Whatever.
法律的に殺していいんだよな。
I'm pretty sure.
不法侵入って。
I'm pretty sure I went off about how it's actually not, seeing as how they're also trespassing inside of a department building, but whatever. The pair stay put, laughing in front of what I now realize is an elevator. While they're warning me not to run, they don't seem to think there's any risk I'd actually try.
あれ？なんか反応薄い？逃げねえの？普通逃げるでしょ、このシチュ。トシ、こいつなんか怪しくね？
てめえの顔がくどすぎんだよ。メガネ君には刺激が強すぎるってもんだ。なあ、そうだよな。面食らってるだけだよな。なんで立ち入り禁止のフロアで遊んでるわけ？
Yeah. Their eyes appear to flash dully in the dark. I'm not sure what to do. Should I run, or should I see what I can coax from them? Is this even a vampire's lair at all? And are these two my ticket to finding out?
何これ？もしかしてボーナスタイムじゃね？なあトシ、アポのないやつは好きにしていいって話だよな、確か。
うるせえ、ハル。1分だけ黙ってろ。で、どうなのオタク？ただの物好きなわけ？
Yeah, something like that. You know, just trying to find, a hangout for the boys, I think back over everything I've learned, putting the pieces into place. Then putting on my most hesitant voice, I ask.
すみません。ここでアルバイトができると聞いたんですけど。
I gauge their reactions carefully, particularly the expression of the one called Toshi.
アルバイトね。どこでその話を？最近はバカな女連中にしか話してねえんだけどな。
人づてに知ったんです。北口のアパートで一晩過ごせば大金がもらえるって。
Sounds real sketchy.
てめえ本気で言ってん。
What?
いいじゃんよトシ、多い分にはいいんだからさ。つーかほら、こいつのダッセー服、宗谷の制服じゃん。さっき捕まえた女と同じ交渉だし、仲間じゃねえのかな。
Interesting. Okay, here we go. With effort, I managed to keep my cool. That girl must be someone else who came through here, and recently by the sounds of it.
確かに頭の緩そうな女だったし。
Yeah, you think that, huh? You have a surprise in store for you.
ええぜ、アルバイトだろ。連れて行ってやるよ。
勇敢な挑戦者1名様ご案内。
Why would you say, let's see if this one survives? Like, that's a good way to get people to back out. Like, I mean, maybe it's meant to be taken as like a figure of speech, but okay. The one called Haru presses the elevator button. A mechanical whirring echoes in the darkness. The elevator at least has power. Okay, man, damn. I don't know why you sound so pissed. I obey. The two men follow me in and press the button marked B1. So are they gonna hit us again and knock us out, or... I'm gonna assume not, because I think, yeah, the implication in the dead end was they did that because they were on edge, I think.
地下だよ、地下。ビーチって見えない。そこで一晩過ごしてくれればいい。戻ってきたら乗客の仲間入りだ。丁重に扱って。
Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound sketchy at all.
そうそう、すごく簡単でちからね。時間を潰せばいいだけ。何にも怖いことはありません。
Right, yeah. God, I don't know why I'm tired all of a sudden. Haru doubles over with laughter. The elevator ride takes an oddly long time. It feels like it takes us about 4 floors underground before it stops. Ugh. Bright. The doors hiss open, bathing me in a harsh light. The glare is too bright to see what lies beyond. All I can process is an unidentifiable stench. I peer into the brightness, reflexively covering my nose.
Hi! 餌1匹追加でーす！面白おかしく食べられちゃってくださいね。
How about no? I'd rather not be your like little dancing monkey. Ow. Okay, okay, so they. Oh no, he just kicked us out. He didn't knock us out. Okay. And a boot to the back propels me out of the elevator car.
No.
Suddenly, I'm weightless. The drop is much longer than a couple of meters I expect. Did they stop the elevator in midair? Yeah. That's not water, is it? Okay, I landed in a pool of water beneath the elevator. Okay. I must have fallen about 5 meters. As my face breaches the water's surface, I can see the elevator still hovering overhead. Haru, the one who kicked me out, leers down at me. First things first, I make for the edge of the pool. The water is viscous and cloudy. Just being in it could be dangerous. Yeah, probably. I swim the 10 or so meters to the bank and haul myself out. I don't know why they have a pool in the basement. That seems kind of a weird addition, but alright. My mind and body are both reeling. I look around, my shoulders heaving as I gasp for air. That damn light is so bright I can hardly make anything out. All I can tell is that I'm in a relatively open space with smaller paths branching off in all directions. The ground beneath my feet feels like stone. And then there's the smell. The stench of rotting flesh, of stagnant water, of urine, of feces. The reek of an underground reservoir gone hopelessly foul. Well, at least we can actually move this time. I look up with a start, because yeah, for some reason his, like, legs weren't working, right? Or something, in the dead end of Arkwood's route. I look up with a start at the sound of rushing air. I know what I just heard. Next comes the scraping of approaching footsteps. I look around, shielding my eyes from the light, and see... yeah, it's not good. Figures that I can only describe as corpses shuffling into view. Their eyes are bloodshot, their muscles slough from their bones, their clothes hang in tatters. A weak noise spills from their mouths, neither a sob nor a scream. They look exactly like the zombies I encountered in the alley. Except they aren't. Mostly. Maybe. My blood runs cold. No, they're running from zombies, I see. That's when I see what's coming in their way. Only then do I understand which is alive and which is truly dead. My warning would come far too late. They're all the way on the other side of the pool. I'm in no shape to swim that far in the few seconds I have. I don't know how the dead are. I guess okay, well, no, I guess it makes sense they would be faster than humans, because, you know, they'd be kind of useless otherwise, huh? A desperate scream cuts through the silence. A human scream. The scream of someone dropped down here just as I was, and left to rot for days on end. The lights and sounds of the elevator have drawn them here in search of help, like moths to a flame, like lambs to the slaughter. Yeah, sick in the head. Laughter rings out from the inside of from inside the elevator. Come on, Shiki. Do some superhuman shit. My head feels like it's about to split in two. Bile rises in my throat. The footsteps shuffle closer. My instincts scream that if I stay here, I'll suffer the same fate. Terror spurs me into a run. Take off your glasses and... What? The elevator suspended above 5 meters above the ground might be my only way out. But staying here is too dangerous right now. Okay. I dive blindly into the darkness of the nearest passageway. My heart cries out that it can't run any further. I slump to my knees. My legs feel like they're about to fall off. I rest my back against a slatted wall. You probably shouldn't do that. Tilting my head back, I breathe cool air into and out of my burning lungs. That's probably a bad place to sit. Finally, I start to regain my senses. Something's gonna grab him or something. This is insane. What the hell is this place? What do you think? The stench of oil and flesh and blood hangs thick in the air. A glistening layer of animal fat coats the coats the walls. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna pause the game really quick. I'll be right back. I have to go help with something. Alright, I'm back. Where were we? Oh, right. Shiki leaning up against these metal bars like a cell. And probably shouldn't be doing that. A glistening layer of animal fat coats the walls. Right, animal fat. Definitely not human fat. For sure. The path slopes gently but inexorably down, as though leading to the bowels of hell. I strain my eyes against the darkness. What I've been resting against isn't a wall, but a sturdy iron grill. The bars of a prison cell. Tearing my gaze from the empty passageway, I look inside the cell to see dead stuff. Oversized maggots a meter long. Are they really maggots though, or are they people? The indistinguishable remains of once living creatures lying scattered on the ground, their limbs torn off to prevent them from escaping. Oh, it is people. Oh. A violent nausea washes over me, like I've been struck over the head with a club. A burning lump arises in the back of my throat. I can't. They'll smell it. It'll attract them to me. I slam my head against the bars to reset my brain. But it's not enough. This place is too much. I can't stay here. I can't spend a moment longer looking at this nightmare. My reason, my sanity, perhaps my very being. Some fundamental part of me is about to break. I have to get out as soon as I can. I'll go back to the elevator, sweet talk the guards somehow, convince them to take me back above ground. I don't know if that's gonna work. I smash my head against the bars once more, this time in anger. The pain helps me suppress my rational instincts. I feel sick, I feel sick, I feel sick. My own idiocy makes me want to vomit. Yeah, it wasn't really rock solid. I fight back the chill creeping up my spine with sheer scorn. I'm furious with myself. All this time I've been nothing but talk. I had all sorts of lofty ambitions. Exterminate the vampire, save as many lives as possible, only to run away crying the moment I saw my enemy's true face. You probably should stop making all that noise. Out of contempt for my own weakness, I smashed my fist against the bars. Go on, take a good hard look at your own rotten heart. You're driven by self-importance, not righteousness. You thought your mystic eyes made you invincible, and you called that arrogance resolve. Are we true? Yeah. The noise is guaranteed to attract their attention. Even so, I continue beating my fists against the metal. Dozens of lives burned to ash in the hotel. Man, he's really working himself up, huh? Me, the lone survivor. And my original sin at the root of it all. I was only trying to prove my usefulness so I could continue running from my guilt. Instead, I ignored Arkwood's warnings, letting overconfidence fool me into thinking I was something I'm not. Into thinking I could be helpful. I was a god-forsaken child, trying to purchase forgiveness by ingratiating myself with the person I had wronged. It wouldn't do any good to just die down here, you know? I'd rather take the grow up option, personally. I bite back the howl of fury rising in my chest. I hold back the tears of shame welling in my eyes. This is the price of my own naive decisions. I overestimated my abilities, misjudged my own character, let my inflated ego lead me into a vampire's lair. Until I accept that, I can't move forward. Have you accepted it? I may just be forcing myself to put on a brave face, but I finally calmed down. That's good. Kill every last goddamn thing down here? That's not still human, anyway? All I can do now is keep going. I look back inside the jail cell I've been resting against. I stare at the walls packed tight with corpses. Naive though I might have been, I came here for a reason. Now I burn that reason into my brain. Oh, I just realized my green screen was fucked up. Yeah. It's not staying in place. Okay. So what if I'm a fraud? If I can't shake this feeling of survivor guilt, I'll just have to take it to the grave. If disgrace is the fuel I need to get myself out of this nightmare, I'll burn it to the last drop. That's all I have left to hold on to. I remold my hypocrisy into a facade of courage and take a firm step forward. Still haven't run into that other guy or into the... Well, I think they said it was a girl, right? The girl that they said they threw down here, which I'm pretty sure is CIEL, probably. I make my way down the hard stone passageway. My eyes have adjusted enough to the darkness to make out my surroundings. The floor gives off a faint luminescence. There are marks on the walls where torches have been placed. Whatever inhabits this place must light these corridors up after nightfall. Although that isn't a particularly comforting thought. The passage goes on and on. Well, it looks straight at first glance, it actually curves gently to one side. Side passages branch off periodically between the cells. They all look identical, confusing my sense of direction. My only reliable guide is the shallow incline of the floor. As long as I keep heading downwards, I know I'm making progress. Maybe? It feels like an enormous spiral staircase, winding round and around some cylindrical space hidden on the other side of the wall. Could you cut through that wall? Maybe? If the floor the elevator led to was B1, I must be several floors underground by now. What? I hear what sounds like wind, but there can't be any airflow down here. The murmur of a human voice then, or more likely, air expelled from a formerly human throat. Yeah, you got it, Shiki, you got it. Just whip those glasses off. I swallow hard. I take my knife out of my pocket with one hand, keeping the other on my glasses. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run. Over and over, I tell myself the same thing. I know now how dangerous it is to face a vampire in open combat, but I have to press on anyway. I prepare to spur my petrified legs into motion when... So someone's alive? Run, Shiki, run! Run, motherfucker, run! Find her! I don't know whether I act on thought or on impulse. I only know that in that moment, my instincts went out over my fear. A shrill noise echoes from further down the corridor. A woman's scream. Keep going. The floor is slippery with congealed grease. I burst from the narrow corridor into an open space. I glance around the room, quickly taking in its layout. A large chamber, 6 meters across and just under 2 meters high. And there, backed up, but Noel? What, you're not who I was expecting. I mean, I wasn't really expecting CIEL right here either. I was just expecting some random civilian that maybe Shiki watched get murdered or something, and it sent him into a rage. But no, it's okay. This is a twist. Backed up against a wall is a still living human surrounded by zombies. My brain struggles to process the information it's receiving. I know this woman, but there's no time to wonder why she's here. There's barely a meter separating the zombies' gnashing teeth and Miss Noel. Yeah, you save her. She'll probably try to kill you later, but, you know, she won't succeed at the very least. I can't stop. The zombies are clustered around her, their backs to me. 4 more meters. 2 more seconds until I reach them. I'm not going to make it. Am I? I tear off my glasses as I run. At the same time, I position my knife in front of my chest. Their lines of death are... there, on their necks. I mean, they're all kind of all over the place. But yeah, I have to kill them. That's the only way I can save her. It drops. My knife plummets through the air, changing course at the last moment. It slices not through the zombie's neck to end its undead life, but through a line along the arm it's extended toward Miss Noel. This is not a conscious decision. This is the reason of the human known as Tonoshiki, taking command even after his thoughts have given out. Yeah, this is a pretty shit spot, huh? How naive can I be? They're only zombies, so I'll have no problem killing them. I didn't have the first idea what I was talking about. Living, undead, it doesn't make a difference. I'd still be killing something that looks human, that looks like me. I never realized that notion would disgust me so deeply, so viscerally to the point that my knife would falter. Yeah, it's us! As the zombies turn towards me, I slip past them and grab Miss Noel's arm. A hand stretches after us, grasping for its fleeing prey. My knife slides effortlessly along the line written on its rotting skin. Yeah, we don't worry about that right now. No, you're not. Also, I don't know why you're acting surprised. I guess you're still trying to keep up appearances, huh? I dive into a nearby passageway, dragging Miss Noel by the hand. Yeah, I know. The zombies' footsteps echo behind us. I push myself trying to outrun them. The urge to vomit assails me as I run. I desperately try to ignore the sensation lingering in my knife hand. If this is my reaction to severing a zombie's arm, cutting off a head would have left me paralyzed with shock. Yeah, I know that, goddammit! Right? Like, what? Why are you acting like this? There's something wrong with you. Miss Noel breaks down as we continue to run. Not that I can blame her. This nightmare would drive anyone half mad. How many times have I thought myself that it would be easier to give up and let it all be over? That said... Oh, why are you... She's so annoying. Holy fuck. You'd think an adult could do a better job of keeping it together. Yeah. Oh, don't for what? I pull her close and jam a finger into her mouth. I have to stop her from speaking somehow, and covering her mouth would make it harder for her to breathe. Naturally, she bites down hard. Her teeth stab into my finger near the first joint. Yeah, naturally, of course, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Given what she is, you'd think she'd have the sense, even if, okay, if she was actually panicking, right? You'd think she'd have the sense to at least not panic and attract more. Like, what the fuck? Half carrying, half dragging a struggling Miss Noel, I duck into a side passage. I watch and wait, holding my breath. The footsteps pursuing us have died away. Well, these zombies can keep pace with a human. They aren't always so agile. They're fairly sluggish most of the time. They only speed up when they sense prey, and their detection range seems small. I'd give it 10 meters at most. As to whether they rely on sight, hearing, or something else, they're the only ones who know, and they don't seem inclined to share. Yeah, no, I wouldn't think so.
もういいよ先生。ごめんな、乱暴だった。
Yeah, no, you're good.
とりあえず落ち着いて。あいつらもういないみたいだから。
For now, until she screams again. I remove my hand from Miss Noel's mouth and look around. I want nothing more than to find a corner to hide in myself, but I stay calm to reassure her.
いない安全なのここ
Why are you acting all innocent?
とりあえずはです。ここにいる限り安全はないと思います。俺も落とされたばっかりでわけがわからないけど。ってそうだ、先生はどうして
Noel? Why do you look so pissed? Does she think he's, well, obviously I know she still thinks he's Roa, but does she think he has something to do with this place? Before I can finish my question, she slams me against the wall.
いやよ、どうして安全じゃないの？安全にしてよ。私は生徒指導に来ただけ。女の子限定の怪しいアルバイトだって聞いたらほっとけないでしょ。残業なんて柄じゃなかったけど、たまたま目の前でうちの子が連れて行かれちゃったら放っておけないじゃない。
No, okay. Look, okay, you're obviously, putting aside... Yeah. If she were an actual teacher, she'd just be doing her job, you can't really blame her for... Well, no, I mean, she's not even on the clock. It's not really her job. She was just being, again, putting aside that it's likely a combined effort between her and CIEL, right? If we're talking, like, ignoring that information, she'd be being a good teacher by making sure her student was okay, right? Yeah. So...
先生、落ち着いて。静かに静かに。ね
え、どうして？おかしすぎる。意味わかんない。どうしてデパートの地下にこんなところがあるの？どうして死体が動いているの？どうしてこんなものが今まで発見されなかったの？それにおかしい。
That's a good question. We had time to process.
どうして？あなたはそんなに平気なのよ。
Yeah. Her fists slam against my chest with a thump. She stares at me wildly, tears streaming from her eyes.
それは。
I came here knowing full well it was a vampire's lair, so...
ねえ、怖くないの？いっぱい死体の山。
I mean, it freaked them out a little bit, yeah.
まっとうな人間なら正気でいられない。慣れることなんてできるはずがないじゃない。
Okay, yeah, no, this is just her trying to get, like, a confession or something out of him. Like, this is... Yeah, no, she knows what she's doing, I think. She might be just partially freaked out, but I think it's mostly her using it as a ploy to... Yeah. My breath catches in my throat. Miss Noel may be in hysterics, but she's pointed out my aberrance with chilling precision. This is a place that should not be. An ant nest of catacombs crawling with corpses come to life. Where the living are eaten alive. Where the dead are stacked into prison cells. Behold, this is hell. A darkness anathema to life. Human beings burdened with reason cannot hope to stay sane in such a place. Yeah, well, any normal person would go crazy down here, devolving into a gibbering wreck as mindless as the dead that roam its halls.
ほら、そうでしょ。私が普通なの、正しいの。ここで平気な人の方が初めからおかしい
I
よ。
mean, yeah. So, I mean, well, I wouldn't really call Shiki crazy. Well, yeah, no, he's not really crazy. Just, no, not crazy, but he is a bit abnormal. I feel like that'd be fair to say. Her eyes burn with hatred. For a hot second, I find myself agreeing, but another moment passes and I reconsider. She's wrong. I'm not sure how to express it, but she is. I can feel it.
違いますよ先生。確かに俺はちょっと事情が違うけど、先生はそこまでやけにならないでください。
Oh, we're getting a speech, like a speech?
息を吸って落ち着いて。先生なら耐えられます。たとえここが地獄でも、先生みたいな真っ当な人間だから耐えられるんです。
Yeah, no, the human's whole thing is, being adaptable. Even if, even if this isn't a normal situation, I guess, but... At last, I put it into words. This is why human beings have developed reason, to face the horrors of reality. Our reason isn't meant to destroy us. It's our weapon when life forces us into battles too great for us. Or so someone taught me a long time ago. How ironic. To be repeating advice that I couldn't follow myself.
だから大丈夫。落ち着いて、ノエル先生。
無理。
Noel, please.
私たち、ここで殺されるの。さっきはたまたま助かったけど、同じように殺されちゃう。
No, they won't. It'll be fine. She continues to protest, but the hate has left her tear-filled eyes. Although she hasn't realized it herself yet, she's beginning to calm down.
じゃあそのたまたまを続けましょう。今は俺と先生、二人もいるんです。助け合えばなんとか。
でも、一人も二人も変わらないってば。
Yeah. At least, again, putting aside, what she is, from Shiki's current perspective, she's an unarmed, harmless person. What help could she really be? Again, putting aside what we know about her already from Arkwizru, just going off Shiki's current knowledge.
だって私、さっきまで二人だったんだから。
Is she trying to say she was here with someone else?
ちょっと待って。すみません、聞き忘れてました。そもそも先生はどうやってここに落とされたんですか？
She literally told you! Okay.
それは、うちの制服の女の子がニット帽子の二人組と話してて、デパートに入っていって、立ち入り禁止の札を無視して8階に上がっていったから、何してるのって呼び止めたらエレベーターに入れられて。
Her story is almost the same as mine. The two men we encountered must be the vampire's henchmen, scouting out innocent people to send to their deaths.
それで、おかしな広間に連れて行かれて、一緒にいた女の子が踊りになって私を逃がしてくれたの。
Shouldn't that be... Okay, well...
そうだった。自分が捕まるから先生は逃げて助けを呼んでって。しきくん、どうしよう。
I'm going to assume...
さっきまで怖くて、あの子のこと忘れてた。
I'm assuming that girl was CIEL, and this was some sort of, coordinated thing between them. But then why would Noel come with no weapons, I guess, is the question.
もう一人いたんですね。
Yeah. My brain, which has been on cooldown ever since we got away, suddenly flips back to high alert.
それはいつ？
ちょっと前30分1時間あれ
Yeah, an hour. I wouldn't call an hour not long, personally, but I racked my brain for all I'm worth. What should I do? What can I do? Why did I even come here in the first place?
その広場の場所はわかりますか？
四季君、何考えてるの？もしかして戻るの？下に？ダメだってば、あのゾンビ10体や20体じゃなかったんだから。
Yeah, but you know it.
それよりもう間に合わないし、そもそも助ける算段とかあるの？
Yeah, about that. I mean, you saw it firsthand, right? We cut those zombies' arms off with no effort. So I mean,
その子を助けられるかどうかはわかりません。
you know, he can do something.
でも、まだ生きているのかだけは確かめないと。
Yeah. I take a deep breath to steady my nerves. Then I pull away from Miss Noel and look down the gentle slope of the corridor. Down there, she said, so there's a good chance that the chamber I'm looking for lies at the bottom of this passage.
行くの？私は行かないわよ。
Okay, do you want to stay here alone and potentially be caught by zombies?
ごめん、先生。できればここで待っていてください。
I don't know about
一緒
that,
に
but
来るよ
okay.
りは危険は少ないです。
Yeah, I disagree with that assertion, Shiki. I personally disagree with that, but...
無責任。それ無責任よね。男の子なんだから私を守ってくれるんじゃないの？
He's a high school student. You're the 25-year-old teacher who should be keeping him safe. Like, what?
っていうか、私を助けに来てくれたんじゃないの？
すみません。それがそうじゃな
Yeah,
いです。
why would you think... okay.
これ、使ってください。
Don't tell me you're giving her your knife. I guess to be fair, if he can find a sharp rock, that's good enough for him. Whereas a weapon would be good for a normal person. Again, normal from his perspective currently. But... okay. Truthfully, I doubt anyone but me could fend off a zombie with its modest blade, but it might give her some peace of mind.
ナイフ？これただのナイフ？でも四季君はどうするの？
No, but he'll be
他
fine
に
with
武
a...
器あるの？
He'll be good with a pointy rock. Don't you worry about it.
なんとか見繕います。しばらく待っても戻ってこなかったら、先生だけで逃げてください。
I pressed the handle of the knife into her hand and set off. I wish I could do more, but that's all the help I can offer.
もう待って行くから私も行くから一人にしないでそもそもこんなナイフ一本じゃ足りないし
Okay.
はい四季君にお返しします
Again, talking from her perspective now, I'm assuming him giving his weapon over made her feel like she could trust him despite the suspicion of him being Roa. So, you know, it's good that she had the presence of thought to decide that, I guess. Miss Noel grabs my wrist, forcing the knife back into my grasp before wrapping herself firmly around my arm. Hopefully not the arm the knife is in. You know, because that'd make it real hard to use it. Her message is clear. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
わかりました。正直言うと嬉しいです。 先生がいてくれると俺もほっとします。
Yeah, you hollering
できるだけ音を立てないように
is likely gonna get us killed, so please.
立てない。任せて。ちゃんとついていくから。
I squeeze Miss Noel's hand tightly. Now that I've gotten her involved, the least I can do is assuage her fears.
いいけど、四季くん、勇気あるのね。
Noel, please.
ないです、全然。やばそうだったら逃げます。
I don't know about that.
じゃあ行きます。足元気をつけて。
We proceed down the passage quickly but quietly. Part of me wants to sprint as fast as I can, but that would only alert the zombies. Holding our breath, we descend into deeper darkness. This can only go well, right? Surely nothing bad's gonna happen. What the hell's that? The moon? Oh, it's not CIEL. Oh, okay. What I see before me almost belies this. No, is it CIEL? No, it might be CIEL. The hair looked black at first, but I think that is CIEL. At least the hair is the right length, anyway. But again, the I don't know, the shading makes the hair look black and not blue. What I see before me almost belies or defies belief. A 40-meter tall hollow beneath the earth. A floor carefully polished to a mirror sheen. A domed ceiling held aloft by a ring of pillars. Gray sunlight filters through an opening in the center of the roof like Jacob's ladder descending to the clouds. And directly below, bathed in its sullen glow, is a bed of cold stone. A young girl lies motionless atop it. Surrounding her are countless zombies. A quick count suggests there are at least 30 gathered in the chamber. They shuffle to and fro around the... Never seen that word in my life. Beer? Buyer? None of them appear to be getting too close to it. It must have some special significance to it, to them. They're doing something. That's for sure, Noel. Neither of us dare enter the chamber. We stay hidden in the safety of the passageway, watching. The zombies are too preoccupied with the altar to notice us. This situation's a far cry from anything I was expecting, but at least that's one thing I can be grateful for. I guess so. The girl is too far away for me to make out her face, but I can tell she's alive. For one thing, there aren't any bloodstains on her uniform. She seems to have been laid unharmed upon the bier? If I had to guess, I'd say a feast is coming and she's the main dish. You giving up so... Come on, Noel. Please. He would blame himself. I hear Miss Noel's voice come timidly from behind me. I grip my teeth at the inescapable reality of the situation. Every word of what Miss Noel is saying is correct. If I keep to the wall and stay out of the zombies' range, could I save her? But even if I get there, what then? Do I pick her up and run? All the way back here? It's practically impossible. I'm not superhuman. I need to be realistic about what I can manage. Well, if you let loose and just, you know, kill the zombies, you could probably do it pretty easily, actually. Would that really be impossible? I have a weapon. I can fight back. Is running away really all I'm capable of? What I'm trying to do is practically impossible, yes. But there's daylight between practically impossible and impossible. Yeah, I guess so. And even the smallest chance to save her life is still a chance.
ちょっと四季君
He's thinking.
先生は通路の方に隠れて柱に隠れながらできるだけ近寄ります。
やめなさいってば。真っ青な顔で震えながら何言っちゃってるの？
I thought she was gonna raise her voice for a second. As I stare at the center of the chamber, I bury the hesitation I still feel. I didn't come here to risk my life saving this girl, or anyone at all. I came to this place to kill its vampire master and end his reign of terror. But I can't just leave someone to die. It's inconsistent. It's contradictory. Even my ideals are a half-baked mess. But so what?
そりゃ怖いです。でも今はこれが正しい。
That's right, Shiki. Save the girl. Be the hero. I'm going to save a human being by killing something that looks like one. I know that I'm still deluding myself, that I just want to prove my usefulness, that this is nothing more than an excuse to flee from my guilt. In all of this, I've seen enough that I can no longer deny my own failings. But I still want to do what I can. If I turn tail now, I'll be nothing more than a murderer, a wretched being incapable of atonement. I remove my glasses and fix my gaze on the death scrolled across the zombie's skin. Agony lances through my skull like a hairline fracture. With a deep breath, I suppress the pain and make for the nearest pillar. What was that?
ごめんなさい。私ったら松明倒しちゃった。
That was 1,000,000% on purpose. That was 1,000,000% on purpose. Again, knowing what she is, that had to have been on purpose. There's no way she's freaking out this much to not notice the torch there. In a split second, I make my decision. As the clatter rings out across the chamber, I break into a sprint. I have to take out my immediate obstacles before the zombies turn around and discover the source of the noise. And us. I have no other choice. Using the pillars as cover won't work anymore. Now that they know we're here, my best chance is to make a beeline for the altar. He's still only cutting arms. At least those look like arms. I reach the finish line of my headlong dash. I lean against the altar, gasping for breath. My clear and conscious acts of okay, no, that wasn't the arms. He killed them. My conscious acts of murder make my stomach turn, but I swallow back the nausea. I hold my knife, the knife with which I just severed multiple lives, in a reverse grip. A chorus of moans rise behind me as the zombies finally detect the intruder. There's no time to look back. I gently lift the schoolgirl, whose face I don't recognize, up into a sitting position. Oh, so it's not CIEL. If he doesn't recognize her, it's not CIEL, okay. So I was right then, that hair is probably black and not blue. I don't like the idea of slapping her, but if I can't wake her up somehow, neither of us are getting out of...
起きてます。
Oh.
私。
はい。
A surprised yelp escapes my mouth. Apparently this girl's been conscious the whole time.
いや君大丈夫か？
I guess she was not wanting to make the zombies aggressive.
大丈夫ですけど。なんで来ちゃったんですか？
You know, saving you. Her voice falters as she looks up at me with uncertain eyes. There's no time for explanations.
立てるかこっち
I take her hand and help her to her feet. I mean, to be fair, if I was in her position and I was like laid there on purpose, I would probably just continue laying there, being surrounded by 30-some zombies. I don't really blame her for just staying still. I wouldn't want to risk getting torn apart either. Even though she was literally being fed to a vampire. But I guess, live as long as you can, I suppose. And, she also didn't know she'd be fed to a vampire, I assume, so. Yeah, it looks like she can walk. The only problem now, is breaking through the blockade of zombies around us. For now, they seem content to watch us, keeping their distance from the altar. But how long will that last? We can't stay here forever. I have to create an opening big enough for the both of us. And the only way to do that is to take the initiative.
もう予定とは違う展開だけど仕方ないわね。
Okay. Yeah, sure, thanks. Finally.
私も我慢の限界よ。
I don't know why you didn't. Okay. Again, she said there was a plan, but it would have really sucked if you let the girl die in the meantime. But I guess the church and like Type Moon universes don't really give a fuck about human lives all that much. Like necessary sacrifices and all that. A sickening thud echoes across the chamber. A body sails skyward like a carelessly thrown garbage bag. I briefly register it as one of the zombies by the entrance.
Noel 先生
Yep. Before the sight of the woman I thought was my teacher steals my attention.
おとなしく潜入捜査やってれば調子に乗ってくれちゃって。
Sorry, I guess. Sorry for wanting to save someone who was screaming. My bad, I guess.
っていうか、1回転程度の雑魚が私のお気に入りに手を出すなんて言語道断。
Are you talking about Shiki or the girl or?
見てて四季君、スーパー懺悔タイムの始まりだから。
Yeah, sure. Her long-handled weapon roars through the air, generating a great gust of wind. With her teacher's clothes somehow having transformed into a nun's habit, Miss Noel sets about laying waste to the horde of zombies. I don't blame you for being flabbergasted, Shiki. I really don't blame you. I stand slack-jawed. She leaves a trail of gore in her wake as she dances from foe to foe. I wonder what the girl that we just saved, who has no idea about all this shit, is thinking. She's probably like, what the actual... With a gleeful smile with shining eyes, with the skirt of her habit flaring as she twirls. Her every movement is a performance for my benefit. She even finds the time to blow me kisses. Would it kill her to act her age? Apparently. Probably. But her valiant, or perhaps just attention-seeking efforts, draw the zombies' attention away from the altar.
ほら、四季君こっちこっち。先生の後ろに隠れてて。
Thanks. Miss Noel continues her rampage, undeterred by the gathering zombies. She makes her way to the altar, pulverizing dead bodies left and right. Yeah, looks, scary. Her weapon is a steel spear almost 2 meters in length. The business end terminates with a double-edged blade like the head of a battle axe. Yeah, I know what this is, a halberd. It's rare to see I feel like it's pretty rare to see a two-sided halberd, though. It's usually only one axe blade, and then the spear tip. I don't think I've ever seen a two-bladed halberd before. Yeah, I mean, two-bladed is in two axe blades. Obviously, there's two blades in the sense, you know, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. When I think halberd, I think one side. I don't know.
汚い。血と油でべったりね。フレッシュゾンビってこれだから人気がないのよ。やっぱり蹴散らすならカラカラなるスケルトンが最高よね。
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot better. She cleans the gore off her weapon with a dismissive flick. It must really be the metal it looks like. Even at a glance, I can tell that it's far too heavy for her slender arms.
いや、先生、一体何者ですか?
Is she part of the burial agency? No, I think she's just an executor.
いいじゃない、細かいことは。今は先生に甘えちゃって。私こう見えて結構強いんだから。
We can tell. We can tell. With an almost deliberate glee, she plunges back into the fray. Flesh tears, limbs fly. The zombies who flee are met with crushing iron. The zombies who advance are skewered with needle-like blades. Even with the living dead all around us, the sight of Miss Noel strikes me as the most abnormal thing of all.
シスターは趣味じゃなかったんですか?
Well, that was a lie.
趣味でやってるのは先生の方なの。いいからそこにいて。サクッとお掃除を済ませちゃうわ。
Okay. We'll just let you handle that then. Yeah, you know, for Shiki, it's why, again, I'm still really wondering what the random, schoolgirl is thinking. Deaf to the world, she dives into a larger group of zombies, slaughtering any and all that come within reach. I realize that someone is squeezing my hand tightly. It's the girl from the altar, nervously watching the battle unfold. I'm surprised you're not saying more.
ごめん、意味わかんないかな。俺も本当にわからないんだけど。あの人は大丈夫だよ。ここにいるゾンビ全部より先生の方が強いと思う。今は動かない方がいい。
Yeah, just stay put for now. That sounds good. I let go of her hand. There's no telling what we might stumble into if we ran away. Better to stay here by the altar and wait for Miss Noel to finish her extermination. What? A chill runs up my oh boy. It's cold. I'm not just imagining it. I can actually feel the temperature plummeting. I look down to see frost forming on the floor. I think, someone's here. As the chamber grows colder, the zombies grow more and more agitated, almost as though they're afraid of something. We should go. We shouldn't be standing here. Only now do I see it. The blood of the mangled zombies flows along the grooves in the floor, forming a sigil-like pattern. Like a catalyst in a ritual to call forth some infernal demon.
Noel sensei!
Huh? That voice sounded familiar. It isn't me who calls out, but the girl next to me. But her cry goes unheeded. The woman in the nun's habit, drunk on bloodlust, is blind to everything but her prey. Okay, good. Oh, I thought okay, when she said eyes, I thought she was talking to Shiki. Okay, never mind. Finally, she notices. Just in time for her and the zombies she was pursuing. to be engulfed in the great ball of flame that bursts out of the passageway. Noel?
Noel 先生
It happens in an instant. A wall of blue fire blasts through her like a freight train. It's the same blue glow I saw at the hotel that consumed nothing but human flesh. But just as it's about to swallow her... It transforms into a crimson... Oh no! Noel? Transforms into a crimson hand and drags her back towards the passageway it came from. That's not good. CL? CL, you should really step in now. I know that's you. I don't know why you're wearing a wig or having your hair dyed, whatever it is, but you should really do something. Cause yeah, no, it wouldn't be good if Noel got eaten. There in the doorway stands the vampire, Vlav, the fiend who torched the hotel and drank the blood of its patrons. Once more, he clutches a helpless woman to his breast. CL? CL, please. CL? Are you gonna do something? She screams from within a prison of blue fire. The zombies around her have been reduced to ash, but she's unscathed. There's no mystery as to why. If her flesh burns, her warm blood will evaporate with it. Wait, they're not actually gonna kill off Noel right here, are they? Right? Right? CL, do something! Her screams fill the chamber. The inviting skin of her nape peeks through a tear in her habit. All I can do is watch as the vampire's fangs close over it from behind. My senses sharpen. Time freezes. I won't make it. I can't. They're too far away. Anyone, even the girl beside me could see that. It's a simple fact. Running to save her won't accomplish anything. By the time I get there, it'll all be over. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Whoop! What do you mean? Hang on, Of course we're gonna try and save Noel. Like what? Like what? I'm assuming, okay, I'm going to assume trying to save her is the good option. I would hope. I can't just stand by and watch. The thought of a woman falling prey to a vampire galvanizes me. Although the reason is lost to time, that particular sight fills me with fury. My legs reflexively break into a sprint. Breathing becomes a secondary concern. Someone's fingers snatch at me, trying to hold me back, but they're too late. Before a single conscious thought enters my head, I'm running. But they're so far away, and my legs are so slow. The vampire's mouth splits apart like a carnivorous plant. From collarbone to nape, he clamps down on her like an enormous leech. We have time, right? Her body shudders. A sucking noise fills the air. Lifeblood being drained dry. The slurping of the vampire's vulgar feast echoes through my brain. And my mind shatters. This will be the second time. How dare you, how dare you, how dare you! I'll wipe you from the face of the earth, you walking corpse. Before I know it, I'm close enough to touch them. Vlav doesn't even register my presence. A single lowly human is far beneath his notice. He's focused solely on the woman in his arms, on slaking his thirst. Perfect. I take his left arm. It's not his life, but it'll do. His neck is too far, and the woman in his clutches blocks me from his heart, so I sever the arm, holding her upright instead. She and the dead limb fall to the ground as one. Out of the corner of my eye, I see that she's still breathing. He didn't finish eating her then. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, huh, Vlav? My impossible cut rekindles the vampire's awareness of the world around him. His remaining arm reaches to the side and swings down towards me. His reflexes are incredibly quick. But his attack is too crude. A merely human movement. He'll never catch me like that. I drop low, maintaining my momentum. His claws rake my hair as they pass overhead. It's too far to his neck, not much closer to his chest, but there's nothing to stop me from plunging my knife into the line along his right flank. That's a good question, We're death. That's what. We're putting an end to your vulgarity here and now. A spray of crimson, blood that is not my own. It doesn't bisect him as I'd hoped, but it's a clean cut. Where my knife has passed, his flesh is truly dead. Barring some means of true resurrection, this wound will never heal. I can finish this. I dart around him, repositioning behind his back. He still doesn't understand exactly what I've done to him. My eyes can kill him, truly kill him right here and now. A cold elation grips me. The chill rising in my legs sends shivers through my body. The screaming of my ankle tells me I'm alive. This next moment will decide everything. Now's the time. Ooh. I feel like if we go for the kill right now, we're gonna die. So I'm gonna... Ooh. I don't know, though. I'm gonna try and finish this. If I get a dead end, that's fine. My gut instinct is telling me this will be a dead end, but we'll see. It's time to finish this. I'm ahead of him by the slightest margin, the span of a single breath. But that's all I need. One step closer and I'll slice through the line across his chest. Immortality is a fool's delusion. Nothing alive, no matter how powerful, can escape death's embrace. Yeah, that was a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, something told me it wouldn't be that easy. Yeah, that's fair. But my knife never connects. As my final step lands, all warmth drains from my body. My circulation stalls. Because there's no way they would kill him in that fast of an engagement, right? Because like in Arkwood's route, that was a whole like 3-hour thing. Or no, well, that recording was over 3 hours, but I think the actual fight itself was more like 2 hours. But yeah, there's no way they would kill him in 20 minutes. There's no way. Yeah. My breathless gasps tear my throat and mouth apart. We damaged you! What? Okay. Alright, buddy. The vampire says something, but I can't make it out. I've lost my hearing along with all feeling in my limbs. Only my eyes are still unharmed and functioning. I glare at him with pure hatred, but the lines have faded from his skin. The fingers of my knife hand fall to the ground in pieces. Yeah, the sound of shattering glass echoes through my body. I hear it not through my eardrums, but in my very bones. Yeah. We were frozen and then shattered. Yeah, that's okay. I can no longer see anything. Yeah, because you're dead. There's nothing but swirling white. A howling blizzard raging eternally around me. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the dead end. There was, yeah, again, there was no way they were killing Vlov off that quickly. So yeah, it's fair. That's on me. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. And with the slim chance that it did actually kill him, but yeah, it didn't. Dubious hints. Wait, Arkwid's route was only up to 9 or 10, right? How is this 13? I guess we could have died. Oh wait, no, we could have died earlier if we chose to abandon Noel, right? I assume that would have been a death. And that's it, right? Or did it go up to 11? Maybe Arkwid's route went to 11. I thought it went up to 10. No, it had to have gone to 11, right? I don't know. Anyway, let's play Dubious Hint segment 13. We're skipping 12 because we didn't abandon Noel, but we'll go back to that later. It's different logo slightly, I think.
こんにちは。降り注ぐようなトラブルの中、一生懸命な遠野くんを応援する人気コーナー。教えて、シエル先生、待望の第2部開始です。
Why is she saying, oh, it's in part 2 of, I was about to say, is she talking about like part 2 of the game, like the second half, like, CIEL route? But no, I think she meant this is the second of CIEL's route, maybe?
月姫もいよいよ後半戦。いえ、ここからが本番と言っていいでしょう。
No. Do we not get a dead end if we abandon Noel?
その熱中度、満足度はアルケイドルートのおよそ2倍、いえ、3倍になるとお約束します。
Is it triple the satisfaction because we get with you instead of Arkwid? Is that what it is? Get her ass! Get her ass, Nagor! Hit her with the bop bop!
クリティカルコネクト。こんな奇襲も買わせないとはがっかりです。
Yeah, it was a good sneak attack.
我が世の春が来たとか思いましたか？そりゃ浮かれすぎだぜ、ティーチャー。何事もいけると思った時こそ脆いんだよにゃ。足元がお留守っていうか。
Yeah, you're right.
皆さんもそのあたりライブで痛感しているのではないでしょうか。
Can't relate.
防寒対策なしで冬将軍ブローブに近づくなんてもってのほか。
I don't think a regular old coat would have helped, but
敵は常に超筆ぶっ破しているような暴れキャラ。一撃いいの入れたらすぐに離れるんだ。
I hate that.
君よ、猫のように気まぐれに戦え。クソが体当りした。
Okay, you got it, boss.
やってくれましたね、この猫型生物。ですが、浮かれていたのは事実です。
Yeah, you were being a bit cocky.
ここから新ヒロインによる新ルートが始まるのですから、私も気を引き締めないと。私 私の必殺ブローを食らって10カウント内に立ち上がりやが
I
った。
mean, she does have, you know, the whole regeneration thing going for her, or straight up resurrection.
今のは100均で売ってるお菓子の箱すら一撃でポシャる威力なんすけどね。さて、猫のザレ言は聞き流して本題に入りたいと思います。
Alright, what wisdom do you have for us?
今回の原因は自分の力を過信しすぎたことですね。
Yeah, it was on me.
遠野くんは普通の男の子なんですから、どんなに調子が良くても危険地帯に長いはいけません。いけると思った時こそ相手だけでなく自分の状態も確認して。
言ったよ。もう私が言ったよ、それ。
Yeah, essentially. Slightly different wording, but yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, CL. Yeah, sorry. You didn't really add anything new there.
例えるなら、グローブは見えない毒をまき散らしているようなもの。炎はもちろん、平穏もまた人体にとっては脅威です。ですので、常にヒット&アウェイを心が。
言ったよ。それももう私が言ったよ。
Yeah, you got nothing else?
持ち上がるよ。私の体が持ち上がるよ。
Probably to toss you? Question mark?
そう、このように一撃入れたらぶっ飛ばして距離を取りましょう。
That would actually be a bad idea, given that we ended up here, but... Oh, that was... Yeah, I wish I could do that. That'd be real handy, actually. Oh, okay, no closing remarks from CL. Okay, bye, I guess. Well, okay, let's jump back in here. And we'll, yeah. Now's the time to back off. Alright. I take a gasping breath, feeding my blood the oxygen it craves. I'd almost forgotten about the searing heat surrounding Vlav. Getting too close to him would be suicide for most living things. I saw that for myself in the hotel. Yeah, back up. But it's too late. Blue flames have swallowed my foot. I can't feel anything below my ankle. Gotta get away. I try with all my might to fling myself to the side, but it's no use. My fate was sealed the moment my ankle screamed out seconds ago. I haven't burst into flame, but whatever this is, it's crippling all my bodily functions. I raise my head to find a blood-soaked mantle before my eyes. The vampire swipes his right hand down toward my face. I've messed up. It's the same crude strike, no faster than the last time, but I've gotten slower. I can't dodge it. I can't move. I can't do anything. He's gonna grab my head and squash it like a tomato. Or... There we go, it's like CL any moment now. But then, a barrage of gunfire from the sidelines saves me from an unseasonable harvest. Bullets? Or more likely rockets, if I were to guess. They must be. What other kind of projectile could have propelled Vlav 30 meters across the room? Oh, you know, black keys thrown by a member of the burial agency. Something like that. You know, that might do it too. Whatever that was, it bought me some time. I have to get back on my feet while I can. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's no use. My legs still won't move. My shoe is stuck to the floor as though melted in place. My exhausted body begs for oxygen. I can't take a single step. Meanwhile, across the room, the vampire rises calmly to his feet, raising his hand before him. CIEL, could use some more help, please. This really is the end. Filled with terror at my imminent death, I shut my eyes. CIEL? There's no heat. Yeah, I opened my eyes to find the girl from the altar standing in front of me. Before her, the vampire's fire is stopped in its tracks. Yeah, about this isn't some normal girl, Shiki. No, it's not quite right. It's being repelled. The tongues of flame are glancing off of some invisible wall, leaving the two of us unharmed. She faces down the raging inferno without so much as flinching. I want to call out to her, but my foremost concern right now is Miss Noel.
待って、動かないように。ノエル先生なら無事です。そのままでいれば目を覚まします。
She probably lost at least a cup of blood, so I mean, are you sure about that? Her voice takes me by surprise. I was too preoccupied to notice before, but this time I make the connection.
CIEL senpai.
Yeah!
できれば最後の時まで秘密にしておきたかったんですけど。
Well, yeah, you should have kept putting on a voice like you did when you first talked. The unfamiliar girl snaps her glasses into place. And just like that, my entire perception of her changes. Or perhaps I belatedly realized I hadn't really looked at her before. It's like I'd preemptively dismissed her as a stranger. Probably some magical bullshit going on there.
でもなんで？いや、それより先輩、
She knows.
なぜはこちらのセリフです。まあ、こうなってしまった以上はどうでもいい。
Yeah, you should really focus on the enemy in front of you than scolding us, you know. Just
あの金髪の神祖から代行者の話を聞いていませんか？
No, not yet. Or did she? I don't remember. I know she tells us at some point in her route, but I don't remember if it was happened yet. And you know, executors. Oh yeah, she did tell us. Okay. Inquisitors of the Holy Church dispatched to hunt. Right. I think it happened during that exposition that I skipped over in the hotel. Dispatched to hunt down vampires. Is CIEL saying she's one of them? Does that mean Miss Noel is too? Yeah. Now that I think about it, Arquid did mention that they work in two-man cells, a master and a disciple.
聞いているようですね。話が早くて助かります。
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
そういうことですから、遠野くんはそのまま一歩も動かないように。後の処理は先生に代わって私がします。
I mean, sounds good to me. With that, CIEL turns her back on me and faces the vampire across the room. There's nothing I can say to stop her. I want to know what's really going on with her. And I don't see how she can possibly take on this monster by herself. But the knowledge that she just saved my life roots me to the spot. Yeah. Vlav lowers his arm. Recognizing that his hands of flame have failed him, he faces his enemy down with his gaze alone.
だがしつけはなっていない。このような僻地まで足を運ぶとは飢えた獣そのものだ。代行者はいつから騙し討ちを好む獣になった。
飢えているのはあなたの方でしょう。どこの首都か知りませんが、名があるのなら名乗りなさい。
Well, I mean, I could tell ya.
後々書類分けする時の目安にはなりますから。
名乗るほどの名はない。
Shiki, you should
俺はこの通り棺一つで海を越えた
Oh,
復讐者
vengeance.
だ。
棺一つ。先日所属不明の輸送船が沖合で遭難した案件がありましたが、あれはあなたでしたか？それは遠路はるばるご苦労様。故郷にはもう自由になる食料もありませんか？人種すら違う異国にまで遠征とは没落の極みですね。
Yeah, like where are you from? I don't think it was ever said in Arkwood's route either where he came from. CIEL's tone sounds indifferent, but her words bristle with barbs. Even I can tell that she's trying to get under his skin.
その通りだ、大公社。
Oh?
元より俺の国に食い物はない。城の倉庫はとうに空だ。人間どもも1世紀前に逃げ去った。
Oh, so you,
貴様の
okay.
犬ですら
So you
俺
went
の国には近寄らん。
you went looking for food. Okay. I mean, it's
まさ
fair.
に草一つない不毛の地。だが満ち足りている。このようなただれた町とはあまりに違いすぎる。
Okay. I struggle to believe what I'm hearing. Not only is Vlav conversing with a human, he seems impervious to her taunting. Something has changed since the confrontation at the hotel. His thirst, most likely. He must have drunk his fill. Even to my eyes, his mind and body radiate a newfound composure.
では何のためにこの町に？田舎者らしく製品が美徳なのでしょう？
この国に踏み入った理由は治療と復讐だ。
Okay, vengeance against whom?
俺は体を裂く苦しみから心を裂く苦しみから逃れるためにこの醜悪な町にやってきた。
気の利いた弁明を期待しましたが、用は上ですか？失望しました。
No?
名乗らずとも結構です。
Are you just ignoring the whole
あなたの
vengeance
人間の
thing?
血を吸いたくて仕方がない。
We
ど
ignore
こにで
that.
もいる人に過ぎません。
It would seem we're ignoring that, okay. What Vlav hears in those words, I have no way of knowing. But his fury and bloodlust swell by the second. He glares at CIEL, eyes burning with the same madness I remember from the hotel.
汚れた大公社。お前は寒くはないのか？寒いと感じたことがないのか？お前には俺の苦しみがわからないのか？
No.
ありません。熱も氷もとうの昔に過ぎ去りました。
Was that part of her lore in the original? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be taking this literally, but I'm going to take it literally. Does she actually not feel heat? In either direction? Because I don't think that wasn't the case in the original, was it? It was just that she couldn't die. Or maybe I'm just forgetting this detail. Or again, I could be taking this overly literally and she doesn't mean literally.
そうか。難儀な女だ。では、その女の後を追え、貴様と交わす言葉はない。
See, here's the thing, Vlav. I'm pretty sure CIEL is the master in their relationship. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, yeah. The vampire raises his right arm towards CIEL.
またファイヤーくらいですか？その程度の呪いで私が燃やせるとでも？
その程度。
His voice takes on a certain edge. Yeah, it's not Yeah, his main thing isn't fire. It's, as though mocking his enemy's misplaced confidence.
それは一体どの程度だ。
And he unleashes true hellfire. A river of... Okay, no, he didn't switch to the cold. A river of flame surges forth, like the dam holding it has broken. It makes the fiery hands he had been using look like matchsticks by comparison. The raging torrent approaches, threatening to engulf CIEL whole, not to mention me and Miss Noel behind her. But she's got this, right? Faced with that all-consuming wall of fire.
さて、これからどうしようかな。
I don't really think you're actually thinking about it. I think you know exactly what you're doing. CIEL turns away with a theatrical sigh.
先輩どうしようかなじゃなくて逃げないと早く
No, we good.
あ、遠野くんには説明していませんでしたね。ご安心のほど魔術による発火なら私の体には通用しませんから。
Oh, I see. That's new? That's definitely new. She seems quite proud of this fact. And she isn't lying. Before her, well, behind her now, the river of fire parts. The flames can't touch us. I don't feel the slightest heat.
いやでも先輩の体
Well, I mean, you know. Miss Noel and I are fine, but CIEL's body is taking the full brunt of the inferno.
ありがとうございます。でも熱くないから心配無用です。先ほどの手と違ってこちらは概念魔術ですから私の体でせき止められます。
Okay,
とにかく安全なので
that seems
しばら
handy.
くこのままで放置しましょう。すぐに倒しに行ってもいいのですが遠野くんを巻き込みかねませんから、まずは相手の魔力を消耗させますね。
Sounds good to me. Yeah, you know what? You got it. You got that. Yeah, you just keep taking it from behind. I mean, what? Pause. Taking the blast of flame to your back. Even here in this hellish crucible, she's still the same person I know. The same person who saved my life that rainy night. I feel equal parts relief and fear. If this battle is as normal to her as going to school in the morning, then what exactly is it that's drawn me to her?
そろそろですね。波の魔術師の一撃で底をつく火力を2分強持続。ただの使徒とは思えない呪力ですが、
You would
それ
think.
もここまででしょう。
You
これ以
would
上はさすがに。
you would think. A note of unease creeps into CIEL's voice. Something tells me he's still got a little bit in him. Vlav grimaces. The torrent of fire is visibly sapping his strength. And yet I feel a mounting sense of dread. Right, he pulls out the cold when his heat runs out. I remember now. Yeah, this isn't gonna be good. There's something about the madness building in the vampire's eyes as he burns through his reserves of blood. About the rapidly falling temperature of the cathedral we're in. And then I realize, last night was the same. Arkwood speculated that he has the power to control fire, but she was wrong. It's the opposite. He isn't in pain because he's running out of blood. He's...
先輩
I call out to the girl standing stalwart and proud before me. It seems she too has realized her mistake, that this battle isn't what she thought. Yeah, we fucked up. We The river of fire dissipates. Layers of air creak and groan against each other. Vlov clutches his chest in agony. His mouth gapes wide, wider and wide enough to expel all that is inside him. His suffocating paranoia blossoms into baleful form.
あいつただの人なんかじゃないです。アルクエイドが言うにはあいつはその一人だって。
何ですかそれ。
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, that's not good.
ここは寒い。
It buries everything in swirling white. Ah, there's the cold! A battering storm of frozen malevolence. And in the middle of it all, I see something. A gaping hole. Ayo? Too deep and dark. Even for my eyes.
27層。まさか成り立て？そんな大物がどうして今よりにもよってこの町に来るんですか？
He told you! Vengeance! The blizzard snatches CIEL's words away. The entire chamber is frozen over. Trying to exhaust Vlov's blood reserves was a mistake. This cold is many times more dangerous than his fire ever was. She badly misjudged our position. This was never a battle we could win by attrition. We should have finished Vlov while his thirst was still sated and he was at his weakest.
トーノ君、広間の外にここにいると1分持ちません。
We're not gonna leave you here.
そりゃ逃げるけど先輩は。
Oh, she could probably last like 5 minutes, maybe.
今の装備ではその相手は。いえ、それでも日中のうちに倒しきれないと。
Why don't you make use of the guy with, murder eyes? You know, maybe use him as a shield? Or he uses you as a shield? I don't know, something like that. CIEL dashes through the raging blizzard. Her target, Vlov, stands as still as a statue. Perhaps preoccupied with his own pain, he doesn't even glance at her. We just might have a chance. If we can get close, if we can only get close, we can still end this. Okay, yeah, good luck with that. But there are still 30 meters between Vlov and us. And he's surrounded by a swarm of zombies that have managed to evade death. I'm certain I can't close that distance. Even Miss Noel would probably be hard-pressed. Okay, well, there goes the zombies. But with a single swing of her arm, CIEL evens the odds. A volley of 5 needle-like blades flies through the air. One left, one right. 10 zombie, or one's left, one's out now. 10 zombies skewered in a heartbeat. She dashes through their ranks even as they fall, closing on Vlov's immobile figure. Something tells me you shouldn't be charging head-on. You know, just a thought. We can do this. I wonder if CIEL or I am more certain of victory in this moment. That's not good, is it? Vlov snaps his fingers. Amid the swirling snow, something strange happens. On the vampire's signal, Oh, he didn't do that before. The skewered zombies twitch. Oh, they're bombs? I thought they were just gonna like start moving even though they were cut into pieces, but no, they fucking blew up. I guess that the gas and okay, that makes sense. Cause yeah, even when you first see them, Shiki mentions in his head how they drip oil essentially. That was their blood at one point. So that makes sense. Kinda. The gas filling their stomachs ignite. lose sight of CIEL in the smoke and dust. With sudden horror, I realized that Vlav lacks any sense of self-preservation. That might be more dangerous than any inferno or blizzard he could summon. Here, underground, the greatest threat by far is the cave-in. If these explosions destroy the pillars keeping the roof up, we'll be buried alive. The chamber starts to crumble. No reason guides Vlav's actions. He's simply responding instinctively to an approaching threat. I've got to think carefully. This will be the last move I can make. I don't want to leave Noel to get crushed. I have more faith in CIEL defending herself than I do Noel. Run towards Noel. Suppressing the urge to follow CIEL, I look back at Miss Noel. Haven't I only just resolved to do what I can? All they'll accomplish chasing after CIEL is getting caught in those explosions. I think I may have made a good choice.
Noel sensei!
I crouch down and gather Miss Noel's unconscious body in my arms. I can't leave her here. She'll be buried alive. Okay, I don't know. I don't feel 100% confident about this choice, but we'll see what happens. My breath comes in ragged bursts as I hurry towards the passageway. About 20 meters to go. I have seconds at best before the entire chamber comes crashing down. I reject the thought that I could make it if I were on my own. With Miss Noel slumped across my shoulders, I follow CIEL's command and escape. But in the end, I don't even have the time to regret my naivety. I squander my final moments on an act of futile resistance. I lower Miss Noel to the floor and throw myself over her, shielding her body from the falling debris. You could, I guess trying to cut bricks that are moving at probably decently high speeds. Probably, yeah, okay, fair. An avalanche of bricks and dust descends from above, and Tonoshiki vanishes from this world without a trace. Dead end. I guess not. Okay, I thought that was a bad choice. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet and try and pay as much attention as I can during this intro. Okay, it's showing the very beginning of the game. Hang on, Fred. Oh. Why do I feel so much more like threatened by this intro than the other intro? Am I crazy? I swear this feels way more threatening. Like, she didn't pull out the gun before, or just now, I should say. Yeah, no, it's showing Arquid with her, like, eyes that happens when she gets out of control, and her smiling. Something about that scared me. Like, it put me off my game. Icebound Ocean. We changed titles mid fucking midday. Goddamn. Okay, so I did make a good choice. Me saving Noel, okay. Cause like, okay, so I know from the original that CIEL can't die, or she can die but she'll revive. I don't remember how exactly. No, she revives for sure, right? Yeah. But I didn't trust Noel. I don't think Noel has any special ability that would prevent her from dying. So my thought process was, again, I'll probably get blown up if I go for a CIEL, because the explosions are still happening, and I figured saving Noel would probably be the best choice overall. And I think I was right.